talking about a guy who's, has been here, part of our nucleus, so the Maxey, Tobias, Embiid, like those three. Tobias has been here for a long haul between Furk, and I think Furk and Tobias are Embiid's longest running teammates. But in the 4 recent games without Joel, Tobias has woken up a bit. He's taken some early season criticism from some folks. In the last 5, he's averaging 24 points and 6 and 5 in the last 5 games. What do you make of the recent run by Tobias? And do you think this can continue when Joel comes back, Eric? The $1 million question there.
It's tough, man. But like we've been talking about it as long as we've been doing this show, that how hard it is for Tobias to maintain that level of play because it's the life of the third or fourth option. It's just we don't know. Like he averages out, but to come and be the 20-point capable scorer that we all know he is, I don't know how it's going to be possible, especially the way that Maxey is shooting the ball and the attempts that he's getting. And then you have Kelly and other guys that are probably going to get more attempts as the season goes on too. So I think he'll have his same level of consistency, but I don't think you'll see the consistent 20 plus that we've seen without Joel.
I'd almost prefer it just to be like 17 every night instead of like 24 and then like 10 the next, the next night. It's
but I'm saying it all averages out though.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah, it does. But yeah. I just, it's that part's frustrating. But so in the last 5 games, average 24. 13 games before that, 11.9 average. The reason for that is because he averaged under 10 shots per game in that period. Take it a step further. So in the last 5 games, Tobias has taken 33 pointers, right? In the 5 games before that, he attempted 31 shots in total. That's insane. So he shot more 3-pointers in 5 games, and he shot all shots the 5 games before it. He had a 3-game stretch, the Toronto, Miami, and Orlando, where he had 64 shot attempts. That's the most he's taken in a 3-game stretch since 2019. And the 82 points that he scored in that same stretch, it's the most he's scored since he's come to Philadelphia, 82 points. Question, can he continue that with Joel? Sure, but Joel and Maxey will have to maybe shoot a little less, or everyone else will not get above 10 shot attempts. That's just how it is. It's just, that's got to come from someone's pot, right? We're not just going to create 10 more shots so Tobias can shoot 14 to 16 shots. Like the Raptors game, for instance, all 3 played and shot more than 20 shot attempts each. We didn't have any other player that shot double-digit shot attempts in that game. I love to see it, and Harris was definitely due for this. I think he needed this, whether it's sustainable or not. Like, he couldn't keep doing the averaging 12 shot attempts. It just wasn't good for him. It's not good for us. So even if it, he has the upward swing and then it goes back down again, and there's life there, right? That he doesn't get down on himself or he doesn't get totally out of the offense, because that's not good for anybody.
Yeah.
Obviously, besides Tobias being more aggressive, Eric, is there anything schematically that the Sixers are doing to get Tobias more shots in this 5-game window without Embiid?
It's just more of a focus. Like, you call plays for him, you call sets for him. And he produces. I mean, he shoots at a high enough percentage that if the touches and the attempts are there, he's going to score a decent percentage. But that's what it comes down to. But if you add Joel, then those touches across the board are going down, and it's going down for Tobias the most because those call plays, those sets are diminishing. And that's where now all of a sudden you get into random shots based on how you're being played. Are they doubling Joel? Are they helping? Are they helping off you? Are you being able to dive? Are you being able to get offensive rebounds? Are you getting any fast break points? So now you can get points and you get buckets, but the consistency of how you get them is a roller coaster because there's no sets and no set amount of touches that you're getting to be able to make plays. It's all based on how the game and the flow is going. And that's why his level of, like we say, the roller coaster consistency has taken effect because of that. And that's common for a lot of guys that go through that situation. It's just that guys like Teja is in his pocket and they look at how much he makes and they want more, but it's hard to get more when this is the way you're being played.
It's also interesting too because it must be coincidence, I guess. Embiid leaves for 5 games with the injury that he had, but then in that same time period, we had Shams tweet out multiple times and report multiple times that teams are focusing in and locking in and monitoring the Tobias Harris situation. And it seems like it all happened within the same time period as the tear that he's been on in the last 5 games. Is that obviously Embiid's hurt, so he's getting more touches and everything, but like, teams do this where they kind of focus on a guy when they want to trade him for something. Do you think that is a part of that, Eric, or no? Just also circumstantial.
Well, I mean, I think because of his contract situation, the way he's playing, Sixers being close, the name will come up. People know that the Sixers have picks, they have salary cap space. If they're going to make a move, this is probably time to consider a move before the trade deadline comes. And you know, if you're going to make a major move, most likely Tobias is going to be involved. Yeah. So I think it goes with maybe there's some interest on both parts. At the same time, it's a contract situation also. Are they making the decision to do it now or are they waiting? So, and I think that the Sixers would be doing themselves a disservice if you aren't listening to what the options are in the moment before this trade deadline.
Yeah. I also feel like, too, when he doesn't – maybe this is from a basketball standpoint, period. When you don't shoot for so long, too, you almost – I mean, you know the last time you shot, right? If you're a player and you average 17, 18 career and you're used to taking 12 to 15 shots at least in your career per game, and you haven't shot since like the first quarter and it's like late third, early fourth, you almost feel like, okay, like it's time for me. I have to get going here. So then you might start forcing stuff, right? So that's not just coming naturally in the game. I feel like that happens to Tobias too, but again, we've talked about this. I don't think that's his personality to do that. Like, I'm getting mine. I don't think he does that, which I like because I don't want him just jacking up shots for the sake of getting up more than 12 in a game. I still think he just is patient and lets the game come to him, which I like, but at the same time, I guess I wish it was just more of a quarter to quarter consistency more than like 8 points in the first quarter and like 2 in the second, 2 in the third.
But it's hard when you don't know when your shots are coming.
I know. Yeah.
To have consistency is what I'm saying. Not to be able to score. I'm saying the consistency in the scoring. Like you said, I'd rather have the 18 a game instead of the 20 and the 10.
Yeah.
But you don't know when he's not coming in saying, I know I'm going to get 16 shots.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a few ISOs where I know I'm going to get to the free throw line. We're in the bonus. Let's get him the ball. How many times will we come down and be like, hey, so we're in the bonus. We know Tobias can get to the line. Let's give him some touches. Go to work. They don't do that.
Mm-mm. Maxi's also shooting more than I expected him to this season.
Yes.
Like we expected a jump in his points per game.
He's shooting more and he's dominating the ball. And when he doesn't have the ball, Joel has it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. But Eric, I'll tell you, over the last few weeks, Teja's come around on Tobias. He said maybe we keep Tobias. We go to the offseason. Maybe Tobias will sign a friendly deal with us in the offseason.
Yeah, he's always been pro Tobias with a favorable deal.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Eric knows my truth.
That's what I said. He's just always counting his money. Like,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Stop, get out of his pocket.
I want him to count with me in the offseason.